Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode here on Nice Chaos. This is Nieblue, your friend here. I want to thank everybody for joining me today on episode 5. That is right, we are already 5 episodes into this at this point in time. And once again, I want to thank everybody that has been watching the videos and been pushing right along with us on this new server of ours. So I'm definitely excited. So what's in store for today? Well, I've got a stack of steak in my hands, if you can't tell. I've got a stack of steak in my hands. We've got a bunch of steak here. So I guess, what are we doing today? Like I showed you, I've got a bunch of steak. So what does that have to do with today? I mean, really, what do we... It's food, Nye. What are we going to do with food? Come on. Well, we're going to build a steak house. Just kidding. We're going to build something similar to a steakhouse. Kind of, sort of. So for those that don't remember, my theme is actually Greek mythology. That's what we're going for on my base here. Something I've never done before, an area I've never built before. I'm actually pretty excited. So starting off, when we came into this area, we, Ambient Sheep helped me get a I don't want to show too much. Help me get a cow farm going. So we got plenty of cows there. We need to make things easier for ourselves to get food. Yeah, I can continue to breed the way I'm breeding. Go out and kill them, breed them all up again. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada, yada yada yada, yada yada. Sorry. Anyways, we could join them and just become cows ourselves. Moo. Moo. No, not happening. Back in the times of Greek mythology, one of the things that they used to do is sacrifice animals to their gods. Okay, now disclaimer right here, right now. I'm not discussing religion. I'm not going over religion. I'm not a part of this any part of these religions. It is just for fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw that disclaimer out there right now. Just because I'm building it does not mean I partake in this stuff. Okay, but this is what they used to do back during Greek mythology days. They would create animal sacrifices to their gods. They would sacrifice cows or bulls, sheep, pigs, and it just so happens we have all 3 of those types in this game. Kind of, sort of. We got cows. I guess you could call it a bull, but it doesn't have horns. Therefore, is it a cow or is it a bull? Either way, we'll say it's a bull. But we need to build a sacrificial altar to make sacrifices to the gods. So as you can see over there, I've done a few things off in the distance, and that's what we're about to go over right now, is what we're going to be doing. As you know, there is you can see nice buddy up there. He's AFK. As you know, off in the distance is a shattered savanna, which I have deemed as going to be Mount Olympus, which is where the gods supposedly lived, and it's about to get dark. So we're going to try to make this quick. Where the gods supposedly lived. So that is off in the distance there, and we will be doing some building over in that area as well. But as you can tell here, I've got some quartz, I've got some concrete. I have a concrete machine maker right here that I have currently built up and designed and made. It's not my design of a concrete machine. I can't remember his name. I will try to post it down in the description below, where you can find his tutorial. He's the one who actually has this whole concrete machine thing. I'm not going to go into it. There's tons of them out there. If you really want a concrete machine, I'll try to remember to put the description below. It's pretty basic. This one refills your picks and refills your inventory with more powder. So this is what we want to focus on. Unfortunately, it's getting dark. but this is the main thing we're going to focus on. This is actually going to be a massive build, and what I'm going to do at this point in time is show you a picture up here in the left hand corner. I think it's left hand. Yeah, wait, is that? Yeah, my left hand corner. Of what it's going to look like in the end, or what we're trying to get in the end. But as you can see here, the granite represents the building outline. It actually represents the columns for the building. So this slab of stone is actually not the full size of the building. Y'all need to understand that. It's going to be a little bit larger than this, probably about 3 or 4 blocks wider on it. Let's get an overview look of it. I'm going to switch the camera up to Nice Buddy. Hey, Nice Buddy, how you doing up there?
I'm doing good, Nye. How you doing, huh?
Oh, all right. We are up in the up with Nice Buddy up here in the camera account. Everything's looking good. You can see the outline lay of the building. So as you can tell, and we're going to go up a little bit here with the camera account. This is a very large building. You can see it compared to that sheep and myself who wants to get in the camera apparently. But it is a very large building, and it is going to be amazing. I'm telling you that right now. But obviously we laid down the stone, did some preparation work. Laid down the stone so that way you know, it looks more realistic. Obviously you don't want to build stuff on sand. It'll sink, right? So like I mentioned before, and we're gonna take the camera account over there real quick, right over here is the shattered savanna, which is going to be turned into Mount Olympus. There it is right there as it renders in. It's taking its sweet little time today rendering stuff in, but we are going to be turning this into Mount Olympus here, and as you can see, it's right in line with the altar. So we're just gonna that's why I put the building where I put it. All right, looks like we got the camera back on us. I was sitting there explaining it all, and I was like, maybe I should be back on myself. So I am, like I said, really excited about this build. It's going to take a lot of quartz, a lot of concrete. There's just, you wouldn't believe how much quartz this is going to take. And I've gathered a bunch. They're in the chests over here. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. So we shall see what happens. As of for right now, I'm going to kick up kick it off with the time lapse of us starting this build. So I've got to get things prepared. I've got to figure out exactly where things are going to go, and then we're going to go from there. So I tell you what, let's just start the time lapse already, okay? Now, start the time lapse. Jeez. Alrighty, what a time lapse that was. Hopefully it wasn't too long for y'all. It was definitely quite a bit of time for me. This whole build, as it sits right now, and it's not even completely done, took me about... See, I started at 11 o'clock in the morning, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4... Took about, I would say, 4 to 5 hours to do. It was quite a long task. I have to say that it was it was quite a bit. Lots of quartz. I had to go mining for more quartz. I did run low on quartz, especially with the stairs. The stairs. Oh my gosh, those quartz stairs are so expensive. Like, it's ridiculous how expensive quartz stairs are. It takes 6 blocks of quartz to make 4 stairs. 6 blocks of quartz to make 4 stairs. Explain the math to me there. That doesn't sound right, does it? So, it was just a big old mess. So, let me get turned around here. You see Nice Buddy up there. Hey, Nice Buddy, how you doing? I've done some terraforming. I tore this whole area out right here to kind of plane around. I laid out some more sand. This is actually going to get dug out, so I know it's ugly looking, but it will get dug out. But I kind of leveled this out a little more. As you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, there are a ton of mobs in this thing. I'm not going to go crazy ham on... Well, I could show it to you. You'd freak out and I'd probably die. We could just take a peek in there. How about that? We'll take a peek in there, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but let's just... Yep, not right there. Yep, okay, there we go. Yeah, look at all them freaking mobs. That's a lot of mobs. I'm telling you that right now. A lot of mobs. A ton of mobs. Look at all this gunpowder I could be getting, though. That's a lot of gunpowder. Which, you know, I'm gonna need gunpowder for whatchamacallit, for rockets when we eventually fight the dragon. Anyways, so this is one of the things that I would... Oh, this guy saw me. See, the bad part is these creepers, they can still blow up and do some damage, so because I'm not too, I'm still not too far away from them. Anyways, so as you can see, it's a huge mob fest underneath there, so I've still got a lot of dealings with to do under here. Definitely gonna have to light it up. This is where the cows and sheep and pigs are going to be raised under here. The farm is actually going to go under the sacrificial altar building itself. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's awesome. This build is massive. I mean, it is huge, massive. So that being said, here's one of the things that I have decided, and this is just speaking. I mean, you gotta think we're only a few episodes into this season, so we've got some time for this to happen. But I think on our next season, not this season, I'm not going to do it on this season because it's got to be done in a completely different area, but I think on the next season we are going to be adding a few mods to our server. A few. Not a huge amount. I don't want to make it unplayable by players. You know, I want someone with a low-key computer to be able to come on and be able to play on the server without having any issues. So, one thing I definitely want to put on the server on the next season is going to be chisels and bits. I'm really excited about that. I enjoy using chisels and bits. I can do a lot with chisels and bits, and the other players can do a lot with chisels and bits if you've got the patience and the time to do it. You know what I mean? So, but I could have actually made the sculptures in the wall here. I could have made the sculptures in between the posts like they're supposed to be. There's a lot of things that I could have done with chisels and bits, and unfortunately I can't do that because you can't do that in vanilla Minecraft. You don't have anything like that. So but there is still some stuff that has to be finished up here. and that is going to be our centerpieces here. There's like a ledge thingy bobbers. I don't know, that type stuff. Is that gonna be? That's too close, isn't it? Anyways, this goes around the inside of this, and it's kind of like a. I don't know if it's a seating area or what it was, but it goes like this. If I can stop randomly placing blocks everywhere. So you've got this wall that goes up kind of like this along the whole pathway here. Just like so. If I can get it down. I'm getting there. Just let me get these placed real quick. It's crazy. You can hear all the mobs. The mobs are driving me nuts. So we've got this part right here, and then I guess it was some kind of seating area. I don't know if it was more areas to place sacrifices or what it was, but it looks like a seating area to me. It was just a weird way they did it. It could have been tables, you know. I'm not for certain. I'm not understand for those that are like huge buffs on history. I'm not, so I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, like literally flying by the seat of my pants. See, he's up there flying. So I'm just I'm kind of guessing that that's what this stuff is. You know, I don't know if this was a tabletops or what, but this is what I saw in the picture. So, and there were, like I mentioned, supposed to be statues in these areas, but obviously I can't make those statues. So we're doing the best of our ability. All right, we are finishing up. The whatchamacallits, the seating areas or whatever they were, tables, enclosures. I know I'm missing a whole bunch of spots, but as you can see, I'm trying to do this pretty quickly. So we are wrapping this up here. We're gonna go back and we're gonna clean this up real quick. It looks good. I don't know if it's this way. The picture, and we'll take a look at it here in a minute, but the picture doesn't really go inside of this thing. I couldn't really find pictures for the inside of it, so I don't know what the full inside of it looks. I know based upon the outside picture of the whole thing, there is this structure here. What it was for, I don't know, but it's there nonetheless. So actually what I need to do is I needed to do that bottom row first before I did this row. Makes it easier that way. So we are finishing up and just adding the last few blocks into this thing, then we'll step back and I would say we'll step back and take a look at it, but this thing's massive, so it's not going to be like, oh yeah, you know, I can see the whole thing in just one shot. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna be interesting, but I'll show you the change that I made. Well, I say change, I don't know if it's there or not because I can't see it, but I put it in there because I thought it would look better that way. So and we're done with that. We're done. So you can see it back over there. It looks really good. You can see it back in this areas. It looks really good. Does the white concrete look white to y'all? It looks kind of grayish to me, and I'm guessing because it's right up against all this white, the quartz and all that stuff, it kind of looks gray to me compared to the bone block and the quartz. But this is the thing I did. Now I don't know if you've seen it or if I've shown it to you, but when standing right here, the sun actually sets on this side of the map. This would be the west side. West side? No, I'm just kidding. yeah, no, not me. Anyways, so the sun actually sets on this side of the map, and you can see the sun perfectly come in line with the center here as it sets down. So I opened this area up because I wanted to be able to I did want to be able to walk through this area and look over this way. First of all, you have the ocean right there, which is a gorgeous view. You've got this little pond looking thing right here. So it kind of opens it up for whatever, now the next thing we're going to design is we're going to be designing the altar where we actually perform the sacrificial ritual. And I don't know exactly how it is. It looks like a pretty massive altar. But I'm going to have to take a look at that. Then I'm going to build it, and then I will bring y'all back with the progress update on it. See you in a minute. Okay, so I've done a little research. I cannot find pictures of the altar itself. But this is actually called the Great Altar of Zeus. Let me get turned around. The Great Altar of Zeus and Athena at Pergamon, I believe it is. It was an altar just to make sacrifices to the gods, like I mentioned. I'm assuming that being Zeus and Athena, since it was named after them. I have searched pictures for pictures of this building, and I have found tons of pictures of the building. A lot of people take outside pictures. Nobody's really taken a picture of inside the altar itself. So I can see pictures of the sculptures, with serpents and people and all kinds of stuff. Tons of pictures of that stuff. Tons of pictures of the outside of the altar. Let's go sleep before we die. Tons of pictures of the outside of the altar. But there is not a whole lot of inside the altar. So let me do some more research, and hopefully I can get this altar built, and then I'll bring you back. Alright, so I'm finishing up this altar. Once again, I could not find a very big picture, or a very good picture of the inside of this altar. What I say it was the great. What I called it. The Great Altar of Zeus and Athena. That's what it was. So I couldn't find a good picture of the inside of the Great Altar of Zeus. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, up there in the right hand corner of your screen, I'm gonna pop a picture up there. This is what I'm going off of for this altar. It's a very massive altar. I was thinking it'd be like a little pedestal stuff, but I don't know how they did. I don't know if they laid just stuff right here in this area. If they put the cows up here and they just slit their throats, I don't know. Not sure, but it's a very big altar, which is quite surprising. I was not expecting that. So I don't. As far as the picture's concerned, obviously I can't build the sculptures. I'd love to. I think this building would be amazing. This build would be amazing if I could do the sculptures, but unfortunately I can't. So, I think that is actually going to be it as far as this build is concerned. Let's back up here. Let's back up. We're backing up. We are backing up. We're going to go over here to where Pinky Winky is. Pinky Winky. That is the name of that sheep. Let's get turned around here. That overall, the build is amazing. It is amazing. There's the picture again up in the right hand corner. take a look at that. I think I've done a pretty good job. Now I've got to light this place up. Understand, it's not completely done. We don't have the cows below. I'm gonna have to get up here back. I'm gonna have to get right back up here. I don't have basically the cows, the sheep, and the pigs are gonna be underneath this building. They are that's what they use to sacrifice to the gods, would be cows, sheep, and pigs. And we just so happen to have those in the game. Well, it was bulls, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video. It was bulls, but we're gonna call our cows bulls. So they are actually going to be underneath this building. That's where we're going to raise them, and that is where we're going to store them for the sacrificial rituals. No, we're definitely not doing any of the sacrificial rituals. I don't even know how to do that stuff, nor do I want to. But for theme purposes, that's what we're doing. We're gonna there is actually supposed to be a basement in this building, which there is. I showed y'all. It's currently being infested by mobs, but down there I'll put grass and lighting and stuff, and we'll actually make that a farm area underneath where we will store the cows, the pigs, and the sheep for the sacrificial purposes. I don't know if we're going to be able to do any redstone to bring those animals up to the top. It may have to be something simple as a staircase coming up. I don't know. I would like to, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. So that being said, the majority of this video was a time lapse. I do hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed building this building. It's not completely done. When we come back with the next video, we're going to look at, if I haven't already done it, we're going to be building the farms for the underneath the building for the cows, the sheep, and the pigs, if I haven't already done it. If I've already done it, we're going to move on to the next project. We are currently waiting on Archangel. Hopefully at this point in time we have already gotten into the end by the time you see this video. But at this point in time we are still waiting on Mr. Ark himself to get his stuff together so we can go fight the dragon. I definitely want to get that done together. Hopefully we can do it all together. But I cannot start my guardian draining the temple until I get shulkers. I mean, I can do it. We used to do it without shulkers before they became a thing. But I really would like to. I really would like to have shulkers so I can carry sand over there and not have to worry about carrying inventory after inventory and then putting them in a chest, and the big old mess, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. If you love this video, please consider subscribing. I definitely need subscribers. And I like to have subscribers. I like to know that people love watching my videos. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this build. Any ideas that y'all might have, that kind of thing. Obviously you can check out my Patreon page. I'll leave the address at the end of this video for that, if you want to consider helping support the server. But enough said. I thank y'all, everybody. Thank y'all very much. This is Nieblue. I'm out of here.